They really should have fucking taken that deal. But they said no. 21 hours with J.D. Vance, the one that doesn't want to be there, and still couldn't figure that shit out. So, oops. Guess we're just gonna blockade every port of Iran. And now the, what is it? The Strait of Hormuz is officially the Strait of America. Because fuck your couch. Get the fuck off our lawn. It's ours now. I thought it was gonna be Karg Island. Apparently it's just the whole fucking strait. I was thinking small potatoes, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I thought it was just gonna be a little island. He said, fuck no, I'm taking the whole fucking thing. I was like, alright, well, that's why I've got my little brass balls and he's got his giant fucking beach balls just fucking swaying inside his fucking suit pants. Always hit that like button on every video you guys watch. We are watching Trump just called in live to shit on them, but it used to be we now own the Strait of Hormuz, but he changed it because I guess he wasn't getting enough viewage right away. Because poor Nux, right? Poor Nux. So go watch his fucking video later. Go watch his shit, you little bitches. Go watch his shit. Alright, let's do this.
The Trump rampage does not stop, though. He dropped another nuke. All right, he dropped one on the fake news media and then decided to just randomly call into Fox News. All right, so first, the fake news media has lost total credibility, not that they ever had any to begin with, because of their massive Trump derangement syndrome, sometimes referred to as TDS. And I'm saying that Iran is winning, when in fact everyone knows they are losing, and losing big. Their navy's gone.
I like the new taco thing that they've been doing on the news, if you guys haven't heard that. So, Trump always chickens out. Literally a week ago, they were calling him a war criminal. Not even a week ago. Fucking 3 days ago, they were calling him a war criminal. And now he's a fucking chicken. Like, can they make up their fucking minds, at least? Like, that'd be nice. I don't get it. So, he's a war criminal, and now he's too much of a bitch to see it through? Make it make sense, you guys! Make it make fucking sense, please!
Force gone, anti-aircraft apparatus non-existent, radar dead, missile drone factories largely obliterated, along with missiles and drones themselves, and most importantly, their longtime leaders are no longer with us. Praise be to Allah! Oh my god, Tucker Carlson's gonna lose his mind. No, you're not allowed to!
Oh my god, you're insulting them again! You racist!
It's an ideology, it's not a race. So... Also, fuck Allah! Fuck that bitch!
Assault Islam! The only thing they have going is the threat that a ship may bung...
Iran lost more than just the keys. We're removing the mines that they misplaced. So I don't know if you guys didn't see that or not. Trump, or Nux may or may not cover it, this video. I'm not sure. I'm sure he covered it in the full 2-hour one. But this is just little snippets out of that full 2-hour one over on Nuxanor. So this video may or may not cover it. I don't know. But I saw a report over the weekend. Iran does not know where all of the mines that they have set in the Strait of Hormuz are. They forgot where they put them. So, oops. They're out there. Did you mark where they are? Nah. Do you know how many are out there? More than 3. Okay. Anything else? No. That's pretty much all we got for you. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. And yes, that's a true story. Well, not the amounts. The amounts were exaggerated. Like that, the whole monologue there was exaggerated. But the losing their minds in the strait, that's true. What are you gonna do? Terrorists gonna terrorist.
into one of their sea mines, which, by the way, all 28 of their mine dropper boats are also lying at the bottom of the sea. We're now starting a process clearing up the Strait of Hormuz as the favorite of countries all around the world, including China, Japan, South Korea, France, Germany, and many others. Incredibly,
Right before I started stream, I saw a report that China's like, we're just gonna go through anyway. It's fine. Try and stop us. I hope they fucking hit a mine. No offense. I hope nobody gets injured, but I hope one of their boats hits a mine. God, that'd be the fucking funniest thing. Like, no loss of life, just loss of a boat because they were being fucking retards. Decided, let's not wait until all the mines are picked up. Let's just go. Hi, Connor. How you doing, buddy?
They don't have the courage or will to do this work themselves. Very interestingly, however, empty oil-carrying ships from many nations are all heading to the United States of America to load up with oil. Especially,
I just saw a report of that right before stream as well. 121 empty oil tankers, all capable of carrying at least 2 million gallons of crude oil, are all on the way to the United States to fill up. Getting their oil from America.
awesome because we recently just got a ton of oil from Venezuela. Wow, it's almost like this was all part of a giant plan.
Yeah, kind of nice.
Your attention's matter, President Donald J. Trump, bro. Bro, the Panicans are eating poorly tonight. So, Donald Trump...
We can give them those 500 billion gallons of Venezuelan oil that our oil people said was apparently not good enough oil, so they can have that. I love this plan. This is all coming together very nicely, Trump. You really are playing fucking Grandmaster chess with it, aren't you? He really is fucking Grandmaster chess. What movie, what shit are we watching? Me and Connor started watching Let This Grieving Soul Retire. Hilarious. I do play chess. It's a fun game. But we were watching this anime, and everybody is sitting there thinking that the main character, is playing chess on the level that Trump is literally playing chess right now with the fucking world. Like, they think that everything that this guy does is fucking Grandmaster. Connor will tell you, Grandmaster level fucking chess moves in the grand scheme of things. And he's just out there fucking bumbling around like a dummy. He's like fucking Ainz with less fucking mental capacity. I shit you guys not. And less power. And everybody's out here just like, oh, yes. He went there personally. He must already know of the weirdness. Like, it's funny, but it's also just like cringe at the same time. Like, but in a good way, because it's hilarious cringe. Like, it's so funny. That's such a good show. It will be available only on Patreon. Only on Patreon. $3 a month. Sorry.
Trump calls into Fox News and he just goes haywire.
Well, we're going to be blockading.
I'll leave a link below. I doubt any of you are going to give a shit enough to go there, but I'll leave a link below.
It'll take a little while, but it'll be effective pretty soon.
The blockade.
And we had meetings yesterday. They, as you said, lasted 21 hours. That was a long meeting. We had some very, very
almost
good
an entire day.
representatives, as you know, JD and Steve and Jared. So we were well represented, but we didn't get there on the important issue. They want to have nuclear weapons. They're not going to have nuclear weapons. I've been saying.
But I was told by Candace Owens that they weren't even trying to get nuclear weapons, and they just opposed Zionism or something.
Saying that for 30 years. I would never allow that to happen before I was in politics.
True.
And that country will not have nuclear weapons. Most countries shouldn't be allowed to have, but that country will not have nuclear.
I actually think no country should be allowed to have nuclear weapons except for ours. I think we should be the only ones with nuclear weapons. Go cry about international law. But anyway, that's a discussion for another time. That's a discussion for a later date.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm something of an American supremacist.
We'll do it till later.
Well, they reacted. You know, it was very interesting. It started off weak. They came in like they had the cards, but they don't have the cards.
They made believe they had the cards. They really think that, you know, like this is literally how Iran really thought they were going to walk into this meeting. It's like,
it's funny.
Oh yeah,
it's so
you
funny.
Really think you're going to dictate how this is going to go? Loads gun, points it at Europe. I'm going to shoot them. I'm going to shoot them by crippling the Strait of Hormuz. Oh yeah, you wouldn't want me to shoot a French guy, would you?
Is their army, is their whole...
Fucking JD Vance. Shoot a French guy. I'm joking. Obviously, I'm kidding. Iran would never shoot at a random Frenchman. They don't want to hit a Muslim.
Military is obliterated. The whole
Fuck,
place is
Nux.
obliterated, and as you know, levels of leaders are gone.
This
They're
motherfucker,
literally gone.
Generations of
Khomeini's
leaders.
gone. The whole thing is gone. The whole place is gone.
God.
They have one thing that they can do. They can say, well, gee, we're going to put a mine someplace just a mine. We'll drop 1 mine, 2 mines, 10 mines. And that will, if you have a ship that costs $1 billion, you say, well, I prefer not getting whacked by a mine, losing my ship, or damaging it badly.
Yeah.
And so that's a little bit of a thing that they can do. That it's military might and military power don't do it, but, it's extortion. And they're extorting the world. We don't get our oil from there. We have...
It's acts of terror. It's really acts of terror. And the fact that the entire United Nations isn't clamping down on this and obliterating them for this altogether it just shows how compromised they actually are. I really think this is a mask-off moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's like these people will condemn us for literally fucking anything. But then you have, Iran deciding to be like, oh, well, don't worry. I just have an ace in the hole. I'm just going to obliterate random European boats. Just to fuck with people. Right, and hopefully Trump will decide to stop attacking us if we just fuck with his friends. But it's actually acts of terror. It is violation of every form of international law. But again, no one actually cares when they violate the international law. They only care when we violate the international law.
So much we have. And one thing you said, and I don't know if anybody heard it well, but we have boats pouring up to the United States. They'll be filling them up, and they'll be leaving, and
That's
they're going to
right.
be packed with the best oil you can
Best
get,
oil.
light, sweet crude.
Straight from Venezuela. Did you hear about what happened there, by the way?
They're going to have the best oil that you can get. But
Yeah,
so
look
that's
at all of
interesting,
them.
And it's great because
Well,
we have a lot
heading
of oil. We
right
don't get
to the
any.
Gulf.
I mean, literally last year was 1%.
Our Gulf
We
this
did that as
time.
a favor. We don't need the strait.
Gulf of America.
But other countries do. And I will tell you, while we're on this,
Bro, this blockade is fucking genius. I can't believe he thought of this, to be honest. Well, that's diabolical, man. Like, because he was talking
Fucking-
about opening the strait. I think he was doing that to
He's literally playing fucking like 6-dimensional fucking chess here, and we're all fucking playing checkers.
make Iran feel like that this was their ultimate checkmate. This was Iran's ultimate ace in the hole. They could close the strait and commit an unbridled act of terror, and no one could do anything about it. And they'll drop mines in, and they'll make the strait literally unusable. And then Trump will be like, "You made the strait unusable. I can't believe it. We're gonna have to make a blockade," and completely and utterly cripple Iran and reroute the entire world energy economy to the United States. Like, a lot of people were saying, I can't believe Trump didn't think about the fact that Iran would commit acts of terror on the Strait of Hormuz before the war started. Oh, of course he did. I think this was very highly...
I didn't think they would lose track of all the mines that they dropped in the Strait of Hormuz. Like, I'll be completely honest. Like, I did not expect that. Like, I expected them to at least fucking know where they put their shit. But, yeah, this is... Our gas prices better go down.
likely that this was planned from the get-go. This was certainly the plan of the ceasefire.
Subject, we're very disappointed with NATO. We're very, very disappointed.
If we got enough fucking crude oil for all these fucking boats, why the fuck are our gas prices so fucking high right now? Just wondering. Inquiring minds would love to know.
Disappointed that they didn't come. Now they want to come and they want to help with the strait, and it won't take long to clean it out. So we're going to clean out the strait, and they'll be able to use the strait in not too long a distance. But we had a very intensive negotiation, and toward the end it got very friendly, and we got
friendly.
just about every
It
point.
was very friendly, and then they said, yeah, but we're still going to have nukes. It was like, oh, well, you're not going to have a...
She has very emotional eyeballs. Like her eyes just like give it all. He's like, whoa, 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 whoa.
country.
We needed, except for the fact that they refused to give up their nuclear ambition, and
pretty big
that's
deal.
the only point, frankly, to me, that was the most important point. But
Yeah, I don't think Trump would even trust them. Even if they said we won't make nukes, I don't think Trump is going to trust them. Which is why I think Trump added stuff like, you have to give us your already enriched uranium.
They could have walked in and said, oh yeah, no nukes. You can have all of our nukey shit. I still wouldn't trust them. I have no idea, buddy.
You could never enrich uranium. Like, kind of red herrings in order to make them not agree to the deal. I think so. That's my game theory here. But anyway, Trump keeps going. I gathered all the best moments of this interview. He ended up yapping there for like...
Awesome. I ordered the frame for your poster. It'll be up next time you come over.
40 minutes, but I got all the best moments.
Tell us what you're trying to accomplish with this
all
blockade,
in,
sir.
all out. Yep, it's called all in and all out. There'll be a time when we'll have them all come in and all come out, but it won't be a percentage. It won't be a friend of yours, like a country that's your ally or a country that's your friend. It's all
China. You don't want China funding Iran while we're at war with Iran. We want Iran to be absolutely devastated so that they capitulate on literal.
Or sending them weapons. I saw Trump warn them about sending them weapons. Like, the fuck? It's very good. Olivia, he had surgery of, like, what, 6 weeks ago now? 7 weeks? He's in PT, so.
Everything.
or nothing, and that'll be that won't be in too long a distance. No, we're just bringing the ships up. We got a lot of ships, so we're bringing them up. We think that numerous countries are going to be helping us with this also, but we're putting on a complete blockade. We're not going to let Iran make money on selling oil to people that they like and not people that they don't like or whatever it is. It's going to be all or none, and that's the way it is.
It's not going to be like, oh, Iran's like, oh, we're just going to commit acts of terror on, like, America. No. Actually, no, you won't. Oh, actually, no, you won't. And you want to know the craziest part? You could be rested assured that the Chinese government is right now pressuring the fuck out of Iran to capitulate on everything. You know, China, one of their long-standing partners, is now getting oil, a lot more expensive oil, from us, the United States of America, instead of the cheap shit they've been getting from Iran. And the reality is, they are going to be pressuring Iran to stop this conflict immediately and give up everything.
And it'll be, you saw what we did with Venezuela. It'll be something very similar to that, but
something similar to that, complete and utter W. No, this is a crazy fafo, bro.
Key point, Mr. President, for those people out there who have not been following it as closely, can you explain to those people why it was critical for the United States to go?
Can you explain to the people why your voice sounds like it's going to fucking just slice me?
Like, God, is this just me, or is her voice just fucking just biting into your fucking eardrums?
Go into Iran. Can you articulate what was behind that move that was so...
The media keeps saying this because it's like, oh, we don't even know why we're at war with Iran, which is like actually retarded conversation level.
important for the
Like, this is troglodyte level IQ.
U.S. to go into Iran?
yeah.
You couldn't
so
see
easy.
that?
The easiest question you've asked me so far, they can't have nuclear weapons. They have nuclear. They want to enrich what they have. They want to enrich more. As you know, we knocked out with the B-2 bombers. Had we not knocked that out, they would have had a nuclear weapon within 1 month after we knocked out. In other words, had the B-2s, those beautiful B-2 bombers, totally obliterated their 3 sites. They have 3 sites.
Yeah, they did.
And they are now deep in the earth with, tons of rock. Now, that material should be gotten, but we have cameras on it. We have satellites with Space Force. That was one of my beauties, Space Force. So important. But we're watching those. We're watching every single aspect of that area. They can't move without us knowing exactly what's going on. But it's deep down, and it takes a long time to get it out. It's an amazing attack. Had we not done that, they would have had, within 1 month from that date, they would have had a nuclear weapon.
Right.
If they had a nuclear weapon, they would have used it on Israel and the Middle East. Look, they went after
Everybody.
5 countries that were sort of neutral, I guess. I don't know how friendly they were.
They went after
They
everybody.
weren't in the line of attack. They dropped on UAE probably 1,800 missiles. They dropped on Saudi Arabia a lot, and they dropped on Qatar a lot. They dropped on Bahrain.
These are all friendly countries to them, by the way.
Crazy. And everyone was surprised.
It's almost like they're terrorists or something.
Actually, it was good for us because they all joined us immediately, at some point.
Didn't take long.
They're either going to be petrified or they're going to join. They all joined, and they've been very helpful. All of these countries have been great, and Kuwait.
And this is the key point that I was getting to, and the reason that you feel they cannot have a nuclear weapon, because they will use it. And that's what I wanted you to explain to the audience.
Yeah, I think they would use it. And they'd start with Israel, and one weapon would, do damage like nobody's ever seen, wipe it out. conceivably big one.
Now,
Not wipe it out.
Miss-
They don't need more than one. And then they go after the Middle East, and then they'd eventually come here.
Correct. I mean, look, man, it's literally in their charter. They chant death to Israel, death to America. Israel is the little Satan. America is the big Satan. Like, this is their goal. They view Israel as the Jews, and they view America as the Christians. And as it says in the Quran, Jews and Christians are the lowest of creatures. And in the end times, all the
Yep.
Jews and all the Christians need to be obliterated and subjugated in order for Islam to actually conquer the world. This is literally their apocalyptic
They can do that
vision
after
of the
I'm
world.
dead.
It would not end with
Ain't
anyone.
happening while I'm
But it's
still
very
alive.
obvious that you can't let these motherfuckers have nukes. It's just so obvious.
For years, I've had to listen to them say, death to America, right?
I love how Donald Trump says, we're going to end in civilization, everyone loses their mind. These guys chant death to America as a policy, right? In fact, to quote Khomeini, he said, death to America isn't a slogan, it's a policy, all right? And dead silence, and it's like, oh, these guys were actually probably really nice, you just don't understand their culture.
They say, death to America, death to Israel, America, the Satan, we will destroy America, death to America. Now, does anybody ever complain to you when they say that? I think that's a big step worse. Death to America. So they're allowed to say death to America. And what I'm referring to is, when I talk about civilization, it'll be much different because their military will be totally gone. It's pretty much gone now. But their military, look at their leadership. We have had regime change because the people we dealt with yesterday were, frankly, very smart, very sharp, very good, very good. I think they were smarter than the people from before, Khomeini and that group. Because look what it got them. Look what all of their antics was spending they spent all their money on weapons. We've destroyed most of those weapons. But you know,
bozos.
when I say about a civilization, it really has changed. It really has. But think of it. They're allowed to say death to America, death to this, death to... And I make one statement, they say, oh, such a big deal. Let me tell you, that statement got them to the bargaining table.
True.
And they...
Exactly. This is what I...
For those of you that don't know, he said he would end a civilization. That's what he said. It's quoted. End a civilization. That's what he said. And oh my God, did they run with that shit. Ran all the way to Jackson.
I've been saying the entire time. All right, Trump says, if you
I
don't
don't
make
care.
a
Call
deal,
me
we'll
racist.
end the civilization. Everyone loses
I'm
their
over
mind.
it.
Trump is genocidal. Impeach him. 25th Amendment. Get rid of him. Everyone said this. All right, and my guy, he made a fucking tweet, and then immediately Iran capitulated, and then they started having negotiations. Like, you have got to be fucking retarded. Like, if you think that tweet is some sort of war crime. It's a fucking tweet.
They haven't left. They haven't left the bargaining table. I predict they come back and they give us everything we want. And I told my
Almost.
people, I want everything. I don't want 90%. I don't want 95%. I told them, I want everything.
well, and what
We'll see.
They
they
have
want...
no cards. Maria,
Yep.
they have no cards. Their Navy is gone. Their Air Force is gone. Totally gone. They have
Brothers
nothing. They have no ships.
nonstop.
150.
They have some anti-air guns and shoulder rockets. And don't get me wrong, they're doing some pretty good work. They tore up a Stratotanker pretty good. I saw pictures of one returning to one of the RAF bases in the UK, and it looked like it just came back from fucking war. Like back in the 40s type fucking flak cannon fucking just shredded through the fucking canopy. And it was pretty gnarly. But made it back.
58 ships are at the bottom of the sea. Good ones. Good ones. New.
Not
The
anymore.
Soleimani,
Well, they used to be good ones. Now they're coral.
they had one called the Soleimani. It was taken out by one of our tiger sharks, by one of our rapidly moving submarines. It's amazing. Our military is so good. Do you know our military is a 94% approval rating now? Well,
Based.
Congress has a 14%.
Then you got 6%, which is like radical leftists that would rather us just kill ourselves.
The media has a 12%. When I started, the media had a 92% approval rating. Now they're down to 14%.
Wow.
And I'm very proud of it because they're very dishonest.
Lois just tells that to the media. Hello, media.
Fuck
Everyone
you.
hates you. True, by the way, true.
At us one day at a certain asset that we have, namely the aircraft carrier Abraham Lincoln, one of the beauties of the world, one of the great beauties of the world. They fired 101 missiles out of 100. These things are going 2,000, more than 2,000 miles an hour. And out of 101 missiles, 101 were shot down like nothing and are now at the bottom of the sea, the remnants of them.
Thank God.
Think of it, 101 missiles shot in a
Poor
short period of
terrorists.
time.
They were unable to succeed.
Thank you, God, for making our enemies retarded goat fuckers that are absolutely and utterly overwhelmed by our military might.
101 were knocked out. So we have the greatest military equipment. We have the greatest people. We have the strongest military in the world by far, and everybody sees it, whether it's Venezuela or what we've done with Iran. And when I read, you know, the fake news talking about how well Iran is, they're not doing well at all. They're getting killed. I could take out Iran in one day. I could take down in one hour. I could have their entire energy, everything, every one of their plants, their electric generating plants, which is a big deal. And I hate to do it because if I do it, it takes you 10 years.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. He could severely cripple Iran if he really wanted to. But at that point, you're harming citizens more than you're harming the military. Like, you start taking out the electrical grid and the desalinization stuff. For those of you that don't know what the desalinization stuff is, it's like plants that convert seawater into fresh drinking water. Yeah, probably. If they directed all of their bombing to go after the infrastructure, it would go down quick. It would not take long. You go for the main hubs first, and then you work your way down. Main hubs knock out a lot of power, and then you start going after the smaller ones. But you get strategic with it, you can knock out probably 98 to 99% of their infrastructure in probably a couple of hours, yeah. Especially considering the amount of air superiority that we have right now, considering they don't have an air force anymore. It's not going to take them very long.
To rebuild, they'll never be able to rebuild it. And the other thing you take out are the bridges. I took out one just to show them because they went public with a statement that wasn't true. They admitted it.
They were like, you can't take out our bridges. And I was like, oh, really? Look at that one. Kaboom. I told you. I told you.
I say, I'm going to take out a bridge. And I took out a bridge. And that was the end of that. Now they've been really behaving.
And you have all the leftoids crying about it. No, how can you take
so
out
great.
a bridge?
It's so great.
At any country.
Oh, dude, this is huge.
You said the other day that any country that supports Iran and sends military equipment to Iran will face a 50% tariff if they try to bring products. Did you refer to China? Did you mean China?
Yes.
Yes.
I meant everywhere.
Other people, but yes, China too. If we find that China, because I hear news reports,
We're at fucking war. Cry about it, bitches.
But doesn't mean much to me because they're so fake. But I hear news reports about China.
He's talking to the news
giving
people
the
right now,
shoulder
by the way.
missiles, what's called a shoulder missile, anti-aircraft missile. I doubt they would do that because I have a relationship, and I think they wouldn't do that. But maybe they did a little bit at the beginning, but I don't think they would anymore. No. But if we catch them doing that, they get a 50% tariff, which is that's a staggering amount.
You said the other
Dude,
day
that is so based, man. It really is. Just like absolutely.
Oh yeah, no,
shut
I'm
this
not
whole
disagreeing with it
charade
anyway.
down. And you know, people could bitch and cry about international law and whatever the fuck. And oh my god, dude, it is over, bro. It's over. It's over. We're done with this garbage. Now, what's absolutely insane is Iran is absolutely stunned that Trump actually is blockading the Strait of Hormuz. All right, and it's become very, very apparent that these guys are getting absolutely stomped, not only militarily, but strategically on every step of the way.
We've got Trey Yinks with us now from Tel Aviv.
That was Timu.
So Trey, what can you tell us about this Truth Social post that Trump just posted?
Timu.
Look, this is a significant announcement by President Trump, and once again, an indication that the United States holds the cards here. The president is the decision maker.
That's right.
Even as it relates to the Strait.
Look all hard and
these
serious
absolute
like.
retards being like, but Donald Trump didn't come to negotiate. He came to dictate.
I can be like this reporter guy,
correct.
you guys.
That's what happens when we win a war. All right, I'm really tired of like this pussyfooting around bullshit. When we win wars,
Me too.
we set the terms. That's just how it works. Now, if you don't like it, you could cry about it, but that is exactly how it works. You know, you can scream international law, which doesn't exist, and it's fake and gay.
Sure
is.
is.
You could cry about it, but the reality is that that's not going to change.
Boo-hoo.
Of Hormuz. And we heard just yesterday, as these 2 Navy destroyers passed through the strait, threats from the Iranians claiming
This
that
guy
they would
needs a
fire
blunt.
on these vessels. And the president is very clear here in his post on Truth Social. This will
He's
not
gonna
be
end up with
tolerated.
wrinkles in
Threats
his forehead.
or strikes
Of course.
against U.S. forces or vessels in the
Of course, there's this
That's why I
you can't
started
strike our
smoking,
ships.
guys.
region.
Like,
And if you do,
I
you're
used
gonna
to do
die.
that like really bad.
You're gonna die very efficiently.
And then I
consequences.
realized I was
And so
going to
once
get
again, the
wrinkles.
president
And I don't want
is showing
wrinkles.
who is in charge,
I don't want to be
not
old.
just at the negotiating table, but on
So
the
I started
battlefield.
smoking a lot of weed, and
And
now I
he's
don't do that
doing it
anymore.
in such a
It's great.
crazy way too, right? You'd think that
Alright,
there's a
what's this?
ceasefire, and during
I
a
don't
ceasefire you can't
know.
show military dominance, but like, but
No.
he just did. He's just like, we're just gonna go through the Strait of Hormuz, like the epic chokehold, the Trump card that Iran always had, the Trump card of, hey, we can
No.
commit acts of terror and just bomb random people in the Strait of Hormuz.
Yes.
We can control that. We can
Get the
choke
fuck
the
outta
entire world's
here.
energy. And then you have Trump being like, actually, fuck you. Not only can you not do that, but we're gonna blockade you from making any money through oil ever. Now, starve and die, motherfuckers. Want to make a deal?
Talk about the Iranian Navy and what is left of it. There was a systematic campaign by the United States and Israel over the past 40 days when Operation Epic Fury was ongoing that showed the Iranian Navy had no way to defend its own vessels, whether it was the mine laying vessels or even these larger ships. Most of them are at the bottom of the sea at this point, and that is a result of the
Such a
heavy
good-
U.S. strikes
Ace,
that were ordered
so
by
nice to
President Trump
hear.
and executed by U.S. Central Command.
Ace?
And so with this decision to order a blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, the president is once again showing
Sorry.
the Iranians if they are
More
unwilling
Temu
to make
deals that I'm
concessions
not
at the
gonna take this
negotiating
time.
table, the president will force
Right.
them into those concessions on the battlefield.
And of course, take away all the money that they're
Yeah, we
making
will.
There it
by
is.
letting those ships, the ships that they're letting that have paid the toll pass through. In his Truth Social, he writes
Paid the toll.
that
Bunch
I
of
have also
dumbasses
instructed our
paying
Navy to
terrorists.
seek and interdict every vessel in international waters that has paid a toll to Iran. No one who pays an illegal toll will have safe passage on the high seas. So that's going to be controversial with a
No.
Chinese or Pakistani flagged ship.
Oh yeah, it's
No, it won't. We'll just stop them. And if they try to not stop, just sink them.
gonna be controversial. And what are they gonna do? Write a strongly worded tweet?
That Iran has allowed through.
This is why international law is fake and gay. Because ultimately, we are international law. We are the most powerful military by far. And there's really nothing you can do about it. What are you gonna do? You're gonna write a strongly worded letter? Like let's just be honest with ourselves.
What's the
Yeah, if you disagree with what America is doing, stop us. Okay? Okay.
It's gonna piss off Pakistan. Okay.
Oh,
So
fuck
Pakistan
them.
could fucking cry about it. All right. We'll see if that's
No offense, fellow.
reaction in the international community going to be to that?
Look, there may be some people who are critical of President Trump, but the president rightly pointed out that these countries did not participate in helping to open the Strait of Hormuz during Operation Epic
Exactly.
Fury. We've heard a lot
That's
of
right.
comments from European
Well, France is gonna be like, no, Mr. President, no, Mr. Trump, you cannot put a blockade on the Strait of Hormuz. But what the this? Fuck yourself, France. We didn't give a shit. That's the response. We don't actually care. Sorry, France. The people of France, I'm sure they're wonderful people. Oui, baguette, and, you know, they love that stuff. That's awesome.
Whatever happened to those farmers fucking taking over France? Whatever happened with that shit? They were literally fucking shooting manure into the fucking EU fucking buildings in fucking France. That was fucking hilarious. More of that in France, please.
Sure, absolutely. I actually speak French even. It's not my greatest
Ew.
weakness, but it's one of them.
It's
and
definitely
the
a
reality
weakness,
is-
though. I'm glad that you have seen this and you have come to terms with it, my friend. Like, speaking French, gross. Connor's mom speaks French. Ugh, gross.
You didn't help, and now it's gonna suck for you.
Spoke French. I'm not sure
And
if
you
she
could
still
cry
can.
about it. Yep, that's how it works. We're fighting a war, an existential threat against us. We're trying to obliterate. And if unfortunately, because they commit acts of terror, it's going to make it harder for you a little bit.
Yeah, see? French. Oh.
Because you refuse to get involved and help us out, which you should have, but you're pussies. That's an L. That's just a France L. Sorry
she
about
used
that.
to do that to me all the time.
Who say that the president should make different decisions, or that they're trying to put pressure on the operation. The reality is you have countries like France, for example, who have come out in opposition of what the president is saying.
What a fantastic example you picked.
But they're not helping to open the Strait of Hormuz, but they benefit when it is open. And so it raises these important questions about if countries around the world who benefit from the Strait being open are going to participate in securing the Strait. That's exactly what the president has pointed out with NATO and other countries around the world, understanding that the United States just uses a few percentage points of its oil through this international war.
Just objectively correct. All right. So if you refuse to help us open it when terrorists were bombing ships there, then who are you to say literally anything when we make and implement strategies to win a war? All
Agreed.
Right? Now, of course, Iranian officials are freaking out that...
Don't care. They can quite literally go fuck themselves. They should have agreed to a deal, huh? Huh? What do you guys think? They should have agreed to a deal, right? Maybe? Then they don't get themselves fucked over. But it's fine. I wanted them to not agree to anything so that we can keep blowing them up. That sounds great to me. More bombs for terrorists. Oh no, another one died. Oh no.
J.D. Vance failed to gain the trust of Iran, which is hilarious because we don't need your trust.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Connor no longer gets in trouble. Yeah. Ah.
We don't actually care.
Meantime, Israel is launching new attacks in Lebanon. Senior correspondent Mike Tobin live in Tel Aviv with the latest from that venue. Mike.
More terrorists get blown up.
And Kevin, the Israeli cabinet is now meeting. Of course, the security concerns are at the very top of...
What the fuck is going on with this dude's head? Does anybody else see this, or is it just me? Does he look like a needle to anybody else? What's that one? Dilbert? Is that who it is? Dilbert? Except Dilbert didn't have a chin, did he? This guy's got a pretty pronounced chin.
Their agenda, but to this point, we haven't heard any official reaction from the Israelis
true.
following the president's announcement about a naval blockade. But as he spoke with Maria Bartiromo this morning, the president explained some of how this blockade will work.
We're putting on a complete...
Right, which I've already shown you.
That's the good news. The bad news is that we have not reached an agreement, and I think that's bad news for Iran much more than it's bad news for the United States of America.
Yeah, we don't give a shit. Bomb those bitches more.
Adolf posted his take. The opposing side ultimately failed to gain the trust of the Iranian delegation.
Oh, well, too bad. Anyway, we're going to continue blowing you up now.
How do you know what his neck feels like, drug addict? That's creepy, man. Creepy!
Until you see things differently. Oh, we don't care. We don't care about your trust. That's what happens when you lose a war.
In this round of negotiations. This round of negotiations indicating that there may be another.
Still, he wants there to be another, because if we're not doing more negotiations, we're going to get back to bombing. Now, and everyone knows that. So the reality is, we don't need your trust. We don't care if you trust us or not. We have completely dominated you. So you have two options. You either capitulate to literally fucking anything, or you die. When you're a terrorist regime that's been attacking and killing thousands of Americans, trying to assassinate Donald Trump multiple times at the President of the United States, promising death and destruction upon us, and trying to develop nuclear weapons to directly use on us eventually, you don't get to dictate terms after you lose a war. And that's going to become very obvious to you. So no, you don't need to trust us, actually. That doesn't matter. You're already existing because of your faith in us. And the only reason why Iran is still a country is because of American benevolence. We could drop a nuke on you, and we're not doing that. You're welcome. Now, of course, Iran is a terror state that's been bombing...
I'm not gonna lie, guys. Glass prices would plummet. So much glass.
Ships in the Strait of Hormuz, laying mines and all that shit. Killed 1 million Iranians since 1979, murders critics of the regime, denies women basic rights, bankrolls global Islamic terrorism, allows child marriage and child rape. Child rape. The UN puts them in charge of human rights,
Nice.
women's rights, and anti-terrorism policy.
Nice!
Just understand exactly how absolutely fucking raped we are by being part of these globo homo organizations. And that shit, that's coming to an end.
So good, you guys. So good. I love the UN. Don't you guys just love the UN? UN's so great. Gulf of America is super busy, my friend. Super duper busy. Trump the bigot ignoring the queers. Probably, yeah. You are correct. Such a great video, you guys. Alright, that'll do it for this one. See you in the next one. Later.